Hey everybody out there in YouTube land, this is Annette Dion, host of the Psychic News Network. It is Wednesday, August 18th. How y'all doing? Are you holding on the fort? Are you feeling pretty good despite everything that's going on? I explain this to people, but it's hard for people to really understand it, which I understand. During these times, it's really important to lift your energy up somehow. Whatever it takes. Sometimes just taking a break from the news and watching a comedy just to lift it up somehow. Whatever comedy you like, I don't know, that works for me. Anyway, there's lots to talk about. I have a few questions written down. First off, didn't I say one video or two videos ago? I have to go back and look, but I pulled the death card and I said Abbott's going to get COVID. Not that he was going to die from COVID, but when the death card comes up, it's like a game changer. So wasn't that interesting? I remember it just popped in. Like, sometimes things come out of my mouth and I go, who just said that? It's an interesting life. Anyhow, so I hope you're doing well. And let's see, the heat in Massachusetts is kind of back, but it's not as bad as it was a few weeks ago. The situation in Afghanistan, I really do want to read about. If you're a psychic and if you're sensitive, if you're just used to tuning into situations, this is really, I don't remember anything being this tough. This is tough. So to see the news stories makes it much harder to really, stay positive because there's so much suffering. So I encourage people to, if you're into prayer, to please pray. I just finished a prayer meeting that I host once a week in a Facebook Live private chat room. Anybody's invited. You can just send me a message, AnnetteDion7@gmail.com. If you would like to attend that, I can get you in. And I know that it's really hard there, and I know that this is a very tough time for America to just wrap our minds around what's going on. And I know that a lot of people just check out, and if that's what you need to do, I guess that's what you need to do. We're all wired differently. I see so much behind the scenes that a lot has to do with the past administration, like a good percentage of what happened is traceable to the last administration. Joe Biden shouldn't have gotten out the way that he did. I really do sense that he had intelligence that said it would work. Just put it that way. And that intelligence was incorrect. That's my psychic impression. This channel is for entertainment purposes only. And somebody whose name starts with Vlad is connected to this. I can't say too much. I'm on YouTube. I'll do my best. I'll speak in code. So what questions do I have here? I just switched topics. Abbott has COVID. Abbott is going down. He's got egg on his face. He thought he wouldn't get it. I don't know how he thought he wouldn't get it. I saw a video of him at this totally masks off, some kind of a convention. I don't know what it was. I just saw it briefly. So he had no fear whatsoever, nor did he have any concern whatsoever for the other people in the room. I mean, he's vaccinated. No concern whatsoever for the other people in the room. Acted like he has no idea that people that are fully vaccinated are walking around with the virus, spreading it to everybody else. And I bet you anything, there were a lot of people in that room, in that Republican party he was having, some kind of a get-together, where there were a lot of people indoors. He had no thought about that he might give it to other people because he just doesn't care. We're seeing a new breed of human beings. We're seeing a new species of human beings. And this is really becoming very, very evident what we're needing to wake up to. This civilization, if you want to call it that, has birthed a different breed of human being that is narcissistic, sociopathic, zero compassion, no concept of compassion, win all, have power over all, greed, 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 who gives a rat's ass about anybody else. This is a new species of human we're seeing. Let's not let that continue. Let's teach the next generations love and kindness, can we? Everybody get off your phone and hug your neighbor. Oops, dropping cards. Okay, so here we are. We're going to ask about, before we get into Afghanistan, because I do want to spend a few minutes on that, let's ask about Abbot and what's going to happen with him. It's Governor Abbot. The guides just said he's given COVID to a lot of people. I just picked that up. Abbott has passed COVID on to a lot of people. People that were there that are elderly especially will have COVID. That was a super spreader. I don't know how many people were there because I just saw the clip for a very short period of time. I think I just glanced at the computer or something and there it was. People are going to die because of that gathering that he had. And it could be indirectly. It could be that the people in the room mostly were vaccinated, but I doubt it. And it could be that they go home and spread it to unvaccinated people. It's Texas, so I don't know what the percentage of people in Texas is that are vaccinated, but I don't think it's like Massachusetts. I think it's like 35% or something. In Massachusetts, it's way up. So we're going to pick 3 cards about him. How is he going to fare after this? And of course, you know, him having all the money, I think he's connected to a lot of oil money. Him having all the money, he gets the best, you know, that treatment. Something, remdesivir or something. I don't know what it's called. I don't know. The Eight of Swords, people are going to die. Didn't I just get this card the other day about people dying? I got this card about children dying. So some of those people that were at that gathering that Governor Abbott had, whatever the heck it was, some of those people are going to pass death along. They are. Excuse me. Tickle in my throat. The Six of Swords. He's going to try to do the balancing act. He's going to try to justify what happened. I don't know how. I haven't really looked at the news today about how Abbott's behaving after having gotten COVID, after having told everyone not to wear a mask. It's quite a balancing act there he's got going on there. He's starting to lose support. I see he's starting to lose support. I do see that. I see he's losing his power. And this isn't just about the health scare of him getting COVID, Abbott. This is about people getting mad at him for being not careful, because people will die. From that gathering that he participated in, he was probably hugging and kissing people with COVID, having COVID. I don't understand. Wasn't he tested before he went to that? Isn't he tested daily? Interesting. That seems a little deliberate, doesn't it? It seems like these couple of governors are deliberately killing people. Like I said, it's a different species of human. It's a different breed. They've been infected with evil. It makes me so mad. Can you tell? I'm so mad. The Hermit. This is funny. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. He deserves to be laughed at. Okay, so the Hermit, he's going to feel all alone. Good. Good. Well, plus if he has COVID, he must be having to quarantine. He's feeling all alone. He's starting to lose his support. And the guides are telling me he's deluding himself. He keeps trying to, I think he lives in a delusional world, just like 45, where it's just like, oh, everybody still loves me. Everybody still loves me. Well, not so fast. Because the Hermit card means he's out on his own. So he must be in quarantine right now. I don't know. These people are nuts. They're crazy, I'm telling you. They're nuts. Bona fide I don't know. I don't understand it. Are you with me on that? I don't understand it. I can't wrap my mind around that kind of a brain. Okay, so that's him. Should we look at DeSantis? What the heck is going on with him? Since Afghanistan is all over the news, these stories have kind of gone into the background, except that what I've heard is that they're out of ICU beds in Florida, and I think in Texas too, and I know that that was true in Tennessee. People gotta wake up. They gotta wake up or they're gonna go to sleep forever. I'm telling you. So DeSantis, just for the heck of it, I was reading his energy the other day, and it was just, it was all wrong. His energy just felt like there's no, he feels like a puppet. DeSantis feels like a puppet to me. Definitely does. And I have always, can I just tell you, I have always, with those GOP Republicans, the ones particularly that didn't impeach the president, so-called president, for the insurrection, that didn't remove him, they're connected to that other country that I mentioned. There was one time that I thought they should all have a sign pinned to their back that says, I work for Russia. I really felt that. Prior to the insurrection, I was just saying, why don't they just wear a sign? Because I can see it, it's so clear to me. I work for Vlad. Entertainment purposes only. Okay, DeSantis, he's trying to make nice. He's trying to play both sides. That tells me that he's feeling a little bit nervous about his standing. He's trying to make nice. He's really trying to make nice. But it's not gonna work. That's DeSantis. Boy, he's jumping through hoops to try to please everyone, to try and make himself look good. So what I see is that he's gonna backpedal a little bit on his ban on mask mandates for schools. And I had said a while back that I see lawsuits. I see people being really angry at him. I said that about somebody else too. Fox News. That Fox News would have so many people. I feel like a lot of really wealthy people watch Fox News. Speaking of people that are going to get sued, they've got lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. That propaganda channel. Oh my goodness. These people don't have the money to pay all the legal bills that will be coming. Anyway, so DeSantis is much like Fox News in the sense that he's going to be sued. And it's sad, very tragically and sadly. It's all tragic and sad. It's going to be by the people who lost their loved ones because of him. And I don't mean just old people. If you get an opportunity, I did a video with Corey on Bridge Cape Ann on YouTube, so you can look that up. I talked a little bit more about that. That was yesterday. So, just look up Bridge Cape Ann. We have a show. It's called Ask Annette. Yeah, so DeSantis is he's really trying to play both sides. It's, you know, not like Democrat, Republican, but he's trying to justify his decision. I think he's going to end up saying, well, you know, you can choose to wear a mask. Like, that's how he's going to try to get out of it. Get out of that he's actually threatened to take away the wages of people that work in the school system. And he's threatened to, take away their funding, the school funding. And what else? He's threatened a bunch of things if they have a mask mandate. So let's get this in perspective. If you choose to behave in a safe manner so that people don't die and the ICU units don't get all filled up and people die from negligence because there's no room for them, if you choose to protect yourself and your brothers and sisters from that, you get fined. You get your salary taken away. They want people to die. I'm trying to make this clear. They want people to die. It's obvious. If you wanted people to live, you would encourage a mask mandate. So what the heck is this? It's designed to create chaos. That's what my guides just said that. popped right in. It's by design to create chaos, to create divisiveness. They should have signs on their backs because we know who believes in divide and conquer. Which makes me think that we should go to talking about 45 now. I don't want to get anybody worried, but 45 is up to no good. And the guides are telling me he doesn't have the mental capacity to pull off what he's thinking about. So let's get those intentions, or prayers, whatever you want to call it, direct him right to, where is he, in New Jersey now? I've lost track. I know he's not at Mar-a-Lago. Direct your thoughts to him being shut down from his dangerous plans. They're not going to work. They're not going to come to fruition, but that just needs to stop. So let's look at 45. Oh, they said, the guides just said something about Melania. What about Melania? They're showing me Melania is slithering away. She's slithering away. What's she slithering away from? She's trying to slither away from something, Melania is. What about Ivanka? I'm picking up that Ivanka is really scared right now. Wow, that's interesting, because I'm picking up Ivanka is really scared right now. And I'm picking up that Ivanka is really scared, and it has to do with something international. That they might find. I'm picking up that Ivanka is really afraid that some kind of international money is going to be revealed. All right. Interesting. So this is about 45. Oh, he's trying to make nice too. He's trying to see who he can pay off. I don't know where he's going to get the money, but he did collect a lot of money from his donors. Trying to figure out how he can leap over all these charges against him. But the Hierophant says that justice will win. Justice will win. I want to pull a few more cards about this. This is about 45. Justice will win. Like the spiritual will win. The good, doing the right thing will win. Merrick Garland is on it. I know it's hard to believe that with how little we've heard from him. But this is 45, trying to sweet talk people. Get them to get on his side. And he's got money to bribe people with, but he doesn't have a lot. He doesn't have enough to bribe people with and pay for his legal fees. But he doesn't pay his legal fees anyway. Since Afghanistan has been in the forefront of everything, we kind of haven't heard a lot about what's going on behind the scenes. Some about the infrastructure bill. I do want to pick a few cards about what I'm seeing with Ivanka. What is up? Like, they have hard facts on her. That's why I pick up that she's terrified, because there's stuff that's been uncovered that can't be covered up again about Ivanka's international money. I don't know enough about what her businesses are and all that overseas, but it's definitely has to do with overseas money. The guides are saying it has to do with overseas money that they didn't pay taxes on. Something like that. Okay, so, and also I'm picking up the Hatch Act. I'm getting the Hatch Act. That's that you're not supposed to make money as president when you're in office. There's more to it than that, but that's the gist of it. So I'm picking cards on Don Sr.'s daughter, Ivanka. Yeah, this is like, she's got a lot of money in product, like in a clothing line or something. She's got a lot of money in that. The Two of Cups trying to negotiate things. Boy, I'm picking up a lot of trying to sweet talk people with the criminal minds. They're trying to sweet talk people. They're trying to finagle things. The King of Swords. This is justice. The King of Swords is justice. The King of Swords is like, this is representing, they have the truth about Ivanka's money dealings, and it's like clear as day. It can't be hidden anymore. It's very clear. There's no denying it. Let's pick one more card about that. I see Ivanka facing jail time, and I had said a couple videos ago that that's when she was going to throw her father under the bus. It's tense. I'm telling you, it's really tense. Oh, wow. And now I get the Prince of Swords. I got the King of Swords and the Prince of Swords. So Jared Kushner's coming up here, too. And what I'm picking up about Jared is he's trying to figure out how to get out of here. How does Jared get out of here? The guides just said something about Jared and the Middle East and some... Ooh. I don't know if I want to go there. How can I say this in code? I'm picking up Jared, Middle East, really horrifying activity. And there's some connection with Afghanistan. With Jared. Entertainment purposes only. I should make a little song. Entertainment purposes only. I'm sorry. I'm just being silly. We gotta lighten it up. We gotta lighten up the energy. Alright, so there's so much dark stuff. I'm telling you, there's so much dark stuff to read on. That's why we have to keep our energies up. Alright, now, it doesn't take a psychic to figure out that if there are members of the GOP that actually, I can't even believe it, Bobeirt, no, I can't believe it because they've shown their true colors. Bobeirt, whatever the heck her name is, Marjorie Taylor Greene, who I saw a little clip of her on Steve Bannon's show, and I couldn't watch it because it was so reeking of slimy evil. They're on the side of the Taliban. The plot is really thickening. The evidence is really thickening. Someday, I've done this before. I've said I can't say all this on YouTube, but if you want to know, you can email me at netdion7@gmail.com and I can give you the lowdown on my downloads. I'm serious. It'll be free. So Bobeirt, Greene, Hawley, Cruz, Gomer, Abbott, DeSantis. There's a few more. They are in on it. Can you believe an American would say something in support of the Taliban? It doesn't even take a psychic. I see all these connections, all these connections. I see all these connections. It's going to come out too. It's going to come out. It's going to be glaringly obvious. So I'm picking 3 cards about what's going to happen to them. These Republicans, these crazy crazies, these women, what's going to happen to them? Are they going to be called out? Pelosi's very angry about it. I feel like Pelosi knows of their connections, why they're being so horrifying. I know they're trying to appeal to the base, but it's very disconcerting to think that that many people are that hateful and violent, that they would be doing that to appeal to their base. They're not doing it just to appeal to their base. The MTJs, no, I can't, the MTGs. Oh my goodness. Oh, gross. Yeah, well, I'm asking what's going to happen to them. All the evidence is going to come out against them. We just need to get our actual legal system to work. So pray for the legal system to get really strong. It's strong, but it's time for them to act, yeah. Well, these people, you know, it's a 7 of Swords, and I think I might have named 7 GOP Republicans that are in really deep with the crimes. Prince of Cups, this is indicative of, oh yeah, Gates, I didn't say Gates. Matt Gates is, he's gonna be buried pretty soon in stuff that he's got to make his way through, and he won't really make his way through it. He's gonna be buried with evidence, Matt Gates. He's the other one. 7 of Swords, yes, what's gonna happen is all these crimes, all these connections to a foreign enemy will be revealed. And then the 6 of Wands, our country will be planning a very clever strategy to get them indicted in hearings and prosecuted. I'm telling it like I'm seeing it. Let's visualize that. I'm leaving Afghanistan till last, you notice? Okay, let's see. I hope you're staying cool. I'm trying to stay cool. It's really hot in here. As I said, I shut off my AC. I love you guys. I even shut off my AC to do these sessions, to do these readings. By the way, while I'm thinking of it, Tarot from the Castle, tarot class from a medieval castle is an 8-week class. Please go to hammondcastle.org to sign up. We'll be live streaming it. There'll be some people there in person too. It's John Hayes Hammond Castle. It's a medieval castle where I don't live in the castle, but it's being broadcast from the town, the city that I live in, Gloucester, Massachusetts. Okay, so I am now taking a look at Afghanistan. And what I want to ask is, we know how horrifying it is. We know how we don't have the bandwidth for the suffering. I've tapped into it. It's really, I mean, I can't help it. And it's, I can't tell you, it's just devastating. The world has to rise up. The world has to rally and help Afghanistan. And I see that happening. I definitely see that happening. I definitely see that happening. So everybody, let's do our part. I put the link, I think I put it on my last video, in the comment section to, it was called the Coalition for Innocent Victims in Conflict. Now they call it the Center for Innocent Victims in Conflict. But it's an organization that is legit, that sends money and funds and aid to war-torn areas. Afghanistan is top on the list. Do go to their website. I will put the link up. What I want to ask is if the Afghans have any hope, because we're seeing everywhere that they have no hope, and it's, I'm telling you, it rips your heart out. See, there's a lot of young people. All these young people with looking like deer in the headlights, like we're done. And when they're like saying they're done, they mean they're gonna die. So so let's just ask if there's gonna be adequate help, you know, to save some lives. This is they're facing a huge challenge. The Two of Cups is there are some agreements between countries. You know, the guides are telling me that America is going to send troops in again for a certain period of time. I'm actually picking up 6 to 8 months of America sending in troops, but it's not just America, and the Wheel of Fortune says things will make a turn for the better. Now, we're not looking for everything to be hunky-dory, because it never was, but it was better when they were on their road to a better government, when we were doing what we were supposed to do, but in terms of helping them fight the Taliban. But this is a turn of events for the better, so that's good. I'm going to pick a couple more cards about Afghanistan. Now, remember, I said the other night that the Taliban doesn't know how to run a country. And when I looked into it a little further, because I definitely felt like there was a strong economic stronghold in Afghanistan, so I finally did see that they have a lot of minerals that the world needs. They have huge mineral deposits in Afghanistan. So that, you know, money runs the world, so that interest is going to be part of why countries, it's like a vested interest, because they're invested, and making sure that Afghanistan is not totally overtaken by the Taliban. I actually think the Taliban is not capable of taking over the entire country. They're capable of a lot of death and a lot of destruction. But as far as taking over the whole country, I'm pulling cards about that. Yeah, good luck to them. The Taliban is I'm seeing things raining on them. I see war again. I see battles. I see the Taliban being, it's not the Afghan army because they fell apart, and part of my thinking about that was these poor people, they don't have the energy to fight. You know how it feels when you haven't eaten? Haven't really gotten any exercise, haven't gotten any fresh air and sunshine. I mean, they get plenty of sunshine, but the Afghan army, they were physically depleted, not only, you know, not able to fight, they were even physically depleted. They didn't stand a chance. And the Six of Swords is yeah, they're going to try to balance it. It'll look for like a week and a half to 2 weeks like they're going to succeed in running the country, but they won't. The Two of Cups is actually, whoops, I dropped it. Anyway, it's the Two of Cups. Hang on. This is becoming my trademark, I know. The Two of Cups is, I'm always dropping cards. There's too much energy in this room. The Two of Cups means that there will be some negotiating with the Taliban. I know it seems like that's not even possible, but there's nothing really to lose. So, and the Taliban is going to need stuff. So I see them being forced to negotiate to stand back on something. So Two of Cups is I feel like other countries are going to get in there and say, no, you can't do this. Give us this back, give us that back, that kind of thing. And the Fool card just popped up. Yeah, the Taliban is going to be like, well, they're going to be bluffing. They're really going to be bluffing. It's going to be like all bluff, whatever that means. And they're going to be foolish to keep on pretending. Like, I see a lot of sanctions. The Taliban will be foolish to keep pretending that they can do this. And what I mean is that they can run a country, because they can't. They don't have any experience running a country. It's not an easy job. I don't envy Joe Biden, believe me. Pray for Joe Biden. All right, that's it. If you would like to book a reading, it's AnnetteDion7@gmail.com. I should probably mention, too, that I am a spiritual life coach. A lot of years in this business. So if you need to change your life forever and ever, amen, for the good, you can get in touch with me, AnnetteDion7@gmail.com. Don't forget about Tarot at the Castle. And definitely email me if you want to know anything else. All right. Namaste. Have a good night. I'll see you in a couple days.